Are you ready? All right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Andy. I'm one of the attendants here at Hawthorn Glen, this little nature museum. I'm also an educator, and today we are bringing nature to you. Today's episode is all about snakes, so without further ado, why don't we look at some of our snakes that we have. Starting with the littlest one we have. It's a very special snake in Milwaukee. It is called a Butler's garter snake. Now, Butler's garter snakes, they're found in a few different states, but for whatever reason, in the state of Wisconsin, they are only found in the Milwaukee area, and that makes them very, very special, our hometown snake. Now, two questions I always get asked about snakes. Number one, does it bite? And number two, are they poisonous? And we're gonna answer those today. Do snakes bite? Absolutely. They have a mouth, and inside that mouth, they have lots of little teeth. And those little teeth are very, very sharp, so they can bite, but they probably don't want to, especially this one. It's been around humans for a few years now. It's a very gentle snake. Plus, snakes, they only really bite things that they want to eat. And number two, is it poisonous? Guess what? There are no poisonous snakes in Wisconsin. But we do have venomous snakes in Wisconsin. They are both rattlesnakes, and they both live very far away from Milwaukee. One of them is a timber rattlesnake. It lives along the Mississippi River. The other one is a little rattlesnake called the Massasauga. Again, it likes the Mississippi River. You might see it in like the Wisconsin Dells area. But you don't have to worry about venomous snakes in Wisconsin. Garter snakes like this, they are completely harmless. And because they have no way of hunting their food, they like to eat food that is very, very easy to catch. They love earthworms. This one in our little nature museum, it loves to eat minnows too. Now you see it sticking out its tongue right now. It's not being rude, it's not being mean. Instead, snakes, they smell with their tongue. So every time he's sticking his tongue out like that, he is just smelling. He wants to know what's going on right now. All right. So, moving right along, we do have another snake that does live in Milwaukee. Gets a little larger. And that is our milk snake, one of my favorites. Just take a look at those colors. When these guys are babies, they are very, very colorful. The light parts are almost a silver. Let's see, those dark spots are kind of a reddish color, and they get a little bit more brown as they get older. As I said before, these guys do live in Milwaukee. They get about 3 feet long, but you do not have to be afraid. They're completely harmless to people. They're more interested in mice. And this guy, he's been living at the museum for a very long time. He's a very gentle snake, and he just likes to explore. So one cool thing about milk snakes, when they get scared, they will pretend to be rattlesnakes. So if you look at his tail here, he doesn't have a rattle, his tail just kind of ends in a point. But when they get really, really scared, like out in the woods, if there's a predator or something coming up on these guys, they will shake their tail. And if there's a lot of leaves or a lot of sticks or a lot of rocks, it will make a rattle sound, and that's enough to scare a lot of animals away. Very, very cool guy. All right, moving right along. This is a snake that doesn't live in Milwaukee, but it does live in Wisconsin. All right, here he comes. This is a very cool snake. He is a bull snake. Now, bull snakes are the largest snake that lives in Wisconsin. This guy is about 6 feet long. That's about as tall as I am. So they get very, very big. But they stay pretty skinny like this. Now, this guy is not your average bull snake. Bull snakes that you find in Wisconsin, they start off with having a very, very dark colored head, almost a black color, and that gets lighter as it goes down to his tail. But not this guy. This guy, he is light all the way around. He's got some very, very cool colors on him. Now, bull snakes, they get their name because they like to hiss. Somebody said, or somebody thought that their hissing kind of sounds like a bull snorting. So in the wild, if you find one of these guys, they're gonna coil up and they're gonna stick out their tongue and they're gonna hiss and it's gonna be really, really loud. And just like the milk snake, this guy doesn't have a rattle, but he will try to rattle his tail to try and scare you away. So it's weird. Some humans are afraid of snakes, but guess what? All snakes are afraid of people. So if you see a snake in the wild, it's either going to try and get away from you, or it's going to try and scare you away. And these guys are very good at being scary. Now, like all the other snakes here at Hawthorn Glen, this guy has been here for many, many years. He's been around humans his entire life. He's a very nice bull snake. The bull snake's out in the wild, that's a different story. Look at that tongue. Very, very cool. Now, if you've been to our little nature museum before, you know that we do have more snakes. The reason why we don't have them out right now is because they are shedding. Now, snakes, as they grow larger, their skin gets way too tight. What they have to do is they have to shed off their old layer of skin. Kind of like us. When we grow up, our clothes don't fit anymore. We need to buy bigger clothes. As snakes grow up, they need bigger skin. So one of our snakes right here, our plains garter snake, which is a pretty nice sized snake too, but he is shedding right now. He's hiding inside his cave. He does not want to be bothered right now. So in about a week, he's going to come out, he's going to rub on all these rocks and sticks and branches, and he's going to shed his skin, and he's going to be a nice shiny garter snake again. One last snake we have in our little nature museum. Another big guy, just like our bull snake here. It is our gray rat snake. Let's take a look at that guy. Now, you can see his eye there. That's why we don't want to take them out when they're shedding, because their eyes get cloudy. They can't see. And when snakes can't see very well, they get scared. They think that everything that touches them is either food or something that's going to attack them. So we just leave them be. And we let him stay in his little cage here. Again, same as our little garter snake. If we wait about a week, he's going to shed his skin and he's going to be nice and shiny again. All right. That about does it for snakes today. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on this video, or you can contact Hawthorn Glen on our Facebook page, on Instagram. We'll try to get to your questions just as soon as we can. But thank you very much for tuning in today. Stay tuned for our next nature video. Thank you very much.